So like with your story, and when people would hear it, because originally, you from Haynesville, Louisiana.
Yeah.
And for people who not familiar with Haynesville, Louisiana, this isn't a big metropolitan. This is a nice small country town.
2,500 people.
So what was it like for you growing up in Haynesville, Louisiana, and how did you end up to H-Town and engulfing their culture? Because Louisiana has its own culture.
Oh yeah,
of its
most
own.
definitely. Because like I said, I come from Louisiana. If you from Louisiana, you gotta have no limit in cash money in your blood.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from my era. But like I said, coming from Haynesville, Louisiana, like it's 2,500 people. If you weren't playing football, you really wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Haynesville, Louisiana is like the most. I think we #1 in most high school championship.
Okay.
Every year, you know, they championship, they go play in the Superdome.
Okay.
Down in New Orleans. And I've been going there off and on my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So most of my family on my daddy's side is from Houston.
Okay.
So in the summer, when I was in school, I always went to Houston. And my grandma lived right off Cullen in Yellowstone. Gotcha. And the first screw shop is right there off Cullen, right there off 610. So I would always walk up there. I said, I got embraced to that culture very early. I was around when they was already riding swingers. They already had candy paint, and back then they had falling TVs.
Gotcha.
That was big back then. It ain't really too much big now. Some people still do it, but like this is at like I'm 12, 13 seeing this already.
Gotcha.
So you know, I said most of my family are from Houston, so I'm always down there in the summer, every other weekend. So I was always embraced to it, and I bring it back to Louisiana. And a lot of people loved it. Like I said, people in Louisiana love that type of music. But like I said, nobody else wasn't going down there like that back then. Gotcha. So I've been to the Kappa Beach parties, all that. A lot of people don't even know about the Kappa Beach party. They just know about the before and after the Kappa, the mixtapes that Swisher House was putting out. Gotcha. And like I said, I was going down there. And when I graduated high school, I just moved there. But as far as doing music, you know, I said we're from a small area. Like, if you can't, it's hard to get music out. It was hard to get music, put out music from a small town like that. So yeah, I had to go to Houston and do it, man. And you know, like I said, for the record, I haven't always been Highway Yella. You know, my name only been Highway Yella for like 2 years. I should have told you about that earlier, but I didn't.
No, it's okay. So what was the name prior to becoming
Yella
Highway
Boy.
Yella? Yella Boy.
Yella Boy.
So like coming to Houston and getting into the whole hip hop thing and being from Louisiana, like what were your hip hop influences growing up, being that, because you kind of split, like your mom's side and in Louisiana, your dad's side in the Texas, Houston area. What were you listening to hip hop? What type of hip hop were you listening to, and when did you fall in love with hip hop?
All right. After I was born, of course, I was born in Shreveport, and so we moved to California like right after that.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So I was born in '84. So Too Short came out around that time. My daddy had Too Short on the 8-track.
Gotcha.
So that was the first rap shit I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Too Short. Then next thing you know, UGK, Tell Me Something Good comes out.
Gotcha.
He had that. So Too Short and UGK is my favorite everything, regardless. And when I first heard Tell Me Something Good, that's when I started, man. I was rapping this stuff in my head, and I'm saying the cuss words and all in my head. I couldn't rap it out loud. I ain't want to get no whooping and shit, but yeah, I heard Tell Me Something Good. I said, man, one day I'm going to rap. But,
Gotcha.
you know, I never took it serious. I always freestyle and all that. But, you know, around 7 or 8, I finally moved back to Louisiana. And like I said, I didn't take rapping serious till, like, after high school, because, like, that was the only way I was known in school because of my rapping.
Got you.
Like, you go down, you know how you in the classroom and teacher make you read a paragraph, you go down, they going down the rows in the classroom, where everybody else was reading theirs, I was rapping mine. You know what I'm saying? Teacher was loving that shit. Like, I didn't give a damn if it rhymed or not, long as I ended it right. And it was dope. And at the basketball games, like when we all run out, we get in the middle before we do the little layup drills, I was freestyling, getting everyone hyped, the whole gym hyped. So that's kind of how I got popular with the rap. And when I got out of high school, man, I took it serious. But like I said, I'm back and forth from Houston to Louisiana at the time, so I didn't know what I knew now. So I said I don't like nobody telling me shit or try to teach me nothing. So I said I tried to figure it out on my own this whole time.